What's up, Dallas Cowboys fans on the Fish Report YouTube channel? Welcome into the show. I am your host, IndyCar Tim. Got some interesting things, at least I thought they were interesting, that I came across this morning browsing the intrawebs. I'm sure you guys start your day off much the same way. Looking for Cowboys news, looking for sports news, looking for something to take our minds off of the crazy things happening a little bit farther south from us here in Texas and really around the world. Sports is kind of a getaway for me. Maybe that works for you guys as well. But certainly thoughts and prayers for those down in Uvalde dealing with what they're dealing with down there today. But let's get on to some Cowboys, as I ran across a pretty interesting tidbit here from Peter King. I don't know if you guys are fans of Peter King. I really used to be a long time ago. Kind of feel like in his age, he's become almost a caricature of himself. And sometimes I see stuff that he writes and that he talks about on TV, and I'm thinking in my mind, there's absolutely no way he believes this. And he's got to be doing it. You know, I kind of feel like he's leaning much the direction, maybe without the insults and the shock value, as Skip Bayless. I know we don't like to use that name on this channel very much. Sorry, Fish. But sometimes I think he just says things and does things to get ratings and to get his name dropped out there on social media. And it worked this time for sure. Because, boys and girls, he has the Dallas Cowboys he just came up with his NFL power rankings. This was yesterday maybe. Sorry, the 22nd. I just saw it late last night. Peter King came out with his power rankings. They've got it over at Pro Football Talk. He's got the Eagles 6 spots ahead of the Cowboys in these NFL power rankings. He has the Eagles in the top 10 NFL teams of all. Out of 32, they are number 9. And he's got the Cowboys at number 15. And he cites the primary reason for this as their off-season moves, their draft, their free agent signings. So here, let me give you a little tidbit. Here's a quote from the piece. Peter King, quote, "I picked the Eagles ahead of Dallas because the Eagles got significantly better this offseason and Dallas worse, with a subtraction of 2 key contributors, Amari Cooper and Randy Gregory, and the addition of none. Oh, and the 2 best pieces of protection for Scott, tackle Tyron Smith and guard Zach Martin, both turned 32 this season and have missed 26 games combined due to injury the last 2 years." End quote. Now, half of that's true. I think Dallas has gotten worse. And yes, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin both turned 32. That is a fact. And they have missed some games due to injury the last couple of years. But what I find completely false in that statement is that the Eagles got significantly better. I don't know how you can quantify that they got significantly better. On paper, do they appear better than last year? Yeah, because they were terrible last year. And I know they made the playoffs and finished second in the division to the Cowboys, by the way. I don't know how you could call them significantly better. We have yet to see, number one, them play and all this to work with what I think is a subpar head coach. Number two, the Eagles don't have a quarterback. You cannot tell me Jalen Hurts is going to lead the Eagles or any other team from the position of quarterback to anywhere. He's what I call this new fad in the NFL of a running back playing quarterback. You got one in Philly. You got one in Chicago. Sorry for you Ohio State and Justin Fields fans. He's a terrible quarterback. Maybe a great running back. He's a terrible quarterback. Heck, I could even go so far as to say, and this is going to be unpopular, that you got one in Baltimore. Sorry, I'm not a fan of his arm. But anyway, back to Cowboys versus the Eagles. He genuinely thinks that the Eagles have a chance to win games in mid-January. He's got the Eagles ranked above teams like the 49ers. He's got them above the Broncos, above the Titans, above the Colts, just because of what their roster looks like on paper. And I find that appalling because literally no one agrees with that. If you look at the odds, I think over in Vegas, one of those sites, the Cowboys are minus 110 to win the NFC East. The Eagles are at plus 220. And that's the trend on every betting site you go to. Go over to betus.com. Go to WinBet. Go to BetMGM, whatever the crap they are. Go find it. Cowboys are on every site are ranked ahead of the Eagles. And by the way, betting sites don't like to lose money, so they're usually right. Here's another quote. Peter King in his NFL power rankings. Quote, what I like about the Eagles is what they've done this offseason. They've created a team with a legitimate chance of winning now, with a legitimate offense to make it happen, to make a legitimate judgment on Jalen Hurts as the future quarterback. GM Howie Roseman has done it while he is still able to retain enough pieces for the future to address the quarterback position if he needs it in 2023. Roseman has 3 picks in the first 2 rounds next year and 3 picks in the first 2 rounds of 2024. He's done his job. He's built a team for 2022, and he's built a team that can do a U-turn in 2023 if need be. Well, it sounds like he's contradicting himself here because he's saying, maybe Jalen Hurts isn't the right person. He's not the right piece here. But, hey, they've got pieces if they need to fix that. Well, that doesn't tell me you're a freaking top 10 team then. Sorry, you guys. That's what I've got. What do you guys think about the Eagles being ranked ahead of the Cowboys? 6 full spots ahead of the Cowboys and in the top 10 in Peter King's power rankings. Do you give a crap what Peter King thinks? I mean, that's good fodder here to talk about. Does anybody give a crap what Peter King? Does anybody give a crap what I think? No, nobody does. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. At IndyCar Tim on Twitter. The show is at Cowboys Daily Pod on Twitter. Of course, at Fish Sports. Go over to CowboysSI.com for all of the latest. And on your Cowboys news, we'll do it all again tomorrow. I'm IndyCar Tim. I appreciate you guys indulging me here. And until next time, we'll see you.